I know there's a new Bevy version, but I don't want to spend a little time now on it. We're using Bevy ECS and not Bevy itself, and I don't know what's new in Bevy ECS that's going to cause us any issues. So I'm just going to leave it alone for now, and then I guess what we can start doing is taking a look at what's missing from our roguelike. So right now, this works. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Make it like that so it's not so bright. And then we can do this, and yeah, so our roguelike kind of works right now. We can move around. We can find rats somewhere. TFZ says new Bevy version is mostly about graphics related things anyway. Okay, that's good to know. This rat doesn't want to get killed by me. Oh, right. Okay, so I guess what's missing right now... Yeah, so I was able to kill the rat. And actually, if we look at the... where's the console? JavaScript console there. Why is it separate? Anyway, so we were able to see all these messages here. We were able to attack the rat. You hit it for 1 point. And then eventually despawn the rat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it took 5 hits, I guess. And so it would be good to have like a little message at the top, right? So maybe we can add that, which means we need to add a message queue, which I have no idea how to do. Let's think about this. So actually, that's the other thing I wanted to have over here. So we have trunk serve running here, so it'll automatically reload our roguelike when we make changes. What I can do is documents dev prog rl start bacon doing clippy. There we go. Okay, so oh, there goes clippy. What we need to do is, I don't know, what did I change? I must have changed something that's causing everything to rebuild, but I don't remember what it was because it's been a while since I've been in this workspace. I think the first thing to do is create a message reader, right? Because that's what we have for keys, right? If a player types a key, do I have a game state? Yeah. Here it is, in tick. There's a welcome screen that we look for the key code return to start the game. If there's a key event, then we send the key event. So I think we need to also create a message event. So let's create a messages thing, and we can model it off of the keyboard thing, right? So we can just say pub struct message event and just have it be a string, I guess. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then we can somewhere in, is it in main? We register the keyboard event. Yeah, so we have these events already. So we need to clear it, right, with system events message event. Where else do we use keyboard in? So init resource here, so init resource of, oops, message event. And then we should be able to insert entries into the event. So in keyboard event, we have, well, we must have a system then that processes those events, right? Somewhere. How do we do that? Let's take a look at keyboard again. This is handle key. Oh, so handle key is the system. So we just need to have a pub fun handle message. If there's a message, so we want to have multiple. Why is this? Oh, it says pass. Okay. Hopefully it's not going to rebuild the whole thing each time. So we're going to have a mute reader event reader message event. And I could just temporarily for now just put it up on the screen. We do need to be able to draw. So I have to remember all of this stuff, how I did all this stuff. Main, right? Where's draw mobs, draw map? Okay, so we get a draw list. Right, and then we're going to draw into the draw list. So it's basically just walking the message, right? And putting it up at the top of the screen. So let's go look at handle key again. And how do we pull an event off of here? We can say for event in reader iter for this query iter mute. I see, but we have the event now. So we should be able to just read the event itself, event.0. Ch in event.0.chars, right? Because event.0 is a string. So we should be able to get the characters of the string. And then we should be able to write those. Let me take a look again at draw map. So we say draw list. Oh, we need the enumeration, right? Because we need I. Draw list items push drawable new. And we need point. So this would be it's a row column. Maybe it's X is I and Y is 0. Because we're putting I want to put it on the first row. And then we have to figure out what the character is. Ch. Oh, what is it? What does it take? Oops. Drawable. There. It takes a character. Oh, okay. It takes a character. And then it takes a priority. The priority doesn't matter because it's the only thing that should be drawing on that line. Right? And then we don't have to do anything else with the event, right? Keyboard. Once we've read it, yeah, we don't have to like mark it as having been read. Okay, so this is that. Let's see if we can pull that into main. Messages. Let's see what fails to build here. Okay. Oh, we have to pull in all of the things, right? Let's go here and go back to keyboard because that has the things we need. Is that it? Still not good enough. Can I find type draw list? Oh, okay. So we need the draw list. Where's the keyboard again? Maybe it's in create components. I didn't see it explicitly in there anywhere. Oh, it's still not found. Okay, let's find out where it is. Draw list. Oh, that's in draw map. Oh, it says right there. Help consider importing use create draw list. Okay. Yes, Landon. I finished the allocator thing, and now I just want to have fun with my my roguelike. So yes, we switched from OS. Use create draw list, and then drawable as well. Why isn't this formatting correctly? Did I do something wrong here? Oh, expected. Oh, okay. Expected I32, so as used I32. Oh, this should be a position. Okay. And then we still need to ampersand it. Okay. And then we still have 3 warnings. We're not using bracket lib, and nothing's calling handle message. Okay, so we can change the handle message thing. Handle key. I guess we can do that here. Okay. Yep. Okay. So let's see what happens. Oh, we need to actually have something create a message. Lyndon says, how are you liking Bevy? I found the ECS a complete mystery. Can't really visualize it internally and make sense of it. So you stuck with MacroQuad. I haven't tried MacroQuad. So I don't have a good mental map of how it works either, but I do know that I can just hit those queries up, right? And I stick the query in there and it kind of just does what it needs to do for me. I haven't really played a lot with it because they have like the width and the not width and stuff like that. So I haven't really gotten into extensive detail on it. But it seems to be working. It's working for now. I guess what I can do is create a welcome event message. When we start a game state, here we can send we can say self ECS get resource mute events message event dot unwrap dot send message event string from welcome. And now I have to get the right number of these guys. I probably have too many, right? Oh, it might be the right number. Let's see. No, that's too many. Unwrap, send. Yeah, that's on that one. Oh. Something's weird. There we go. Okay. Oh, I don't have message event. Use create messages star. And message event still doesn't exist. Constructor is not visible. That's right. I have to make that public. Okay, so let's see what happens. Flash. There we go. And we don't see a message. So obviously it didn't work. Let's see if we can do this here. Console. Oh, what is it in? It's an RLTK. Bracket lib console log. Yeah. Yeah, bracket lib Oh, prelude console log. Well, let's see if this works. And then I can just event.0 and see what happens. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, so now if I hit return, the welcome message does come out. It's just not being drawn up here. Okay, so we just need to figure out why. Maybe draw map. Oh, it's in main. I got to refactor this thing because this doesn't belong in main. Oh, here's, yeah. Oh, here's clear screen. Okay, so I don't want to put this here then. Right? I want to do this after clear screen. Maybe I can do it here. Nope. There we go. Wait for it to flash. There we go. Oh, we still don't see the... Oh, now we don't even see this welcome. Oh, this is if player performed an action. We want to be able to... Okay, so if I do an action now... Maybe it's getting cleared because we're clearing everything here. So maybe I can't do it at that stage, but maybe I can. Let's take a look at the MOG attempting to attack. Let's see if I can do it there. Oh, come on. Attempting. Okay, so here what we'll do is oh, how do we get access to the... Oh, we have a mute writer for the melee event, and then we can just get messages for message event, and we'll need to import that, right? And then we can just say messages down here. Dot send. Right, and then we can do this here. I can put it here so that we can actually see it, and then there's the message. Oh, we have to send it as a message event. Which you can't do that way. Oh, like that. Yeah. Okay, let's try one more time. So now let's go find a rat to kill. So I see attempting to attack 5v0 here, and I don't see the message here. So, and I don't see the message here anymore for the messages. This should have console logged out the message. So obviously handle message is not getting called for whatever reason. Let me get rid of that after statement. And we'll try one more time here. Still, again, I don't see the welcome. Yeah. So I should have seen those, at least the console log come out. So that means that we're not getting the message that we're expecting. Hmm. Let me try putting it here after resolve combat. It should be a general message system though. So oh, I forgot the comma there. Okay. If I hit turn. Okay, now I see welcome. So that worked. And I see OME. Exclamation mark. So and it's down too far. I think it's supposed to be up one higher than that. Right? Because we're not supposed to be. And the other thing it needs to do is not, yeah, that's on the wrong row. It should be up one more. Okay, so we're getting closer. Handle message. So position of X and Y. Is this backwards? No, it said OME. Okay, now we're going to have to be a little more annoying about it. I'm going to say this. Format, bang. Inserting char ch at x equals I, y equals 0. Oh, I know why. This is doing that because this needs to be 100. There we go. Okay. Let's try one more time and see what the welcome message looks like. Enter. It says inserting welcome, right? But I don't see it, which means it must have cleared the message. Okay, let's try attacking a rat. And again, I don't see the message showing up. All right. Why? Are we clearing the draw list again after? Here's clear screen where we clear the draw list. This runs regardless of whether a player performed an action. Oh, maybe it's just showing up. Briefly. Maybe it's just showing up too briefly. Let's try one more time. No, I don't see the welcome now. So obviously this is not. This is fun, right? There's in message. But we didn't see the welcome message. Right, so it's calling message every time to see if there's a message to display. And there's a rat. It did try to insert a message, but it's not showing up. We're seeing these. Oh, are those being drawn by the draw map? 'Cause, 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 No. So where does HP come out? It comes out in game state. Oh, line 97. Oh, on game state. Oh, I see. I'm just putting the stats up directly without access to the All right, so what is this doing? This is just putting the, this is drawing the player. Getting the viewport, the player ref, its player's position. Oh, it's figuring out where to put the player. And then, then it looks at, you know what I'm doing? I'm putting it in the draw list. But that's going to be somewhere on the screen. Oh, I get it. So what we need is a separate message list. Right? So we say get resource draw list, but we need a message list. So instead of having events, we can just have a draw list push. Or event push. So the way we create the draw list here, it's just a struct. Okay, and we can do the same thing with messages. That makes more sense. So instead of doing events, none of that. We can just say pub struct message event is just a vector or messages. Oh, draw list is a resource, so the messages has to be a resource as well. Okay, so message vec string. Okay. So we can just say impl messages. Or we can just insert it as a resource. So we don't even need that. And then in game state, we don't need handle message. In main. We don't need that. What we do need to do though is put it in as a resource. GS ECS insert resource messages new default, right? And then we can derive default from messages. And then we don't have a message event, right? So we can't insert that. But what we can do is just say, we can say get messages. And then we can say insert or add hello or welcome. And then that would have to be something here, right? So we can say impl messages pub fun add to string message push self message push message to string. Let's see if that works. Of course not. This function doesn't have a self parameter. Of course it doesn't. And now we don't have this thing anymore. We do need it as a res mute messages. And we say messages.add message. Okay, we don't need a message event queue clearing, and we don't have that as a resource. And that works. Okay, so let's see. If I hit enter. Oh, right. So maybe it got pushed. Who knows? So now what we need to do is draw it. So what we'll do is for each message, we'll pop for each, when we do the drawing game state, what we can do is we can pop the messages resource and put that on there. We can say let message equal self ECS get resource mute messages unwrap, because it's going to exist. I don't want to call it next. I can just say get. I can say get next, and that'll return an option. And we can say if let sum this. Then what we can do is ctx print at 0, 0. The message. That's all we need to do, right? Because it's just a string. Let's see. Unknown. Oh, because I haven't written get next. Okay, so pub fun get next itself returns a string, and we're going to say self pop. Oh, we want a vec deck. I forgot. Because we want to put them in the same order that they showed up. So pop front. And this is going to be an option string. And of course, I misspelled collections. And this still doesn't work. Immutable borrow occurs here. Oh. Okay. So maybe I need to do it this way. That way this immutable borrow can drop and we don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Okay, let's try one more time. I saw it briefly. It flashed very, very fast. Let's see what happens when I attack something. I think he's underneath me now. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, so it flashes very briefly and then goes away. Should we force the player to clear the message every time they... Or should we wait to clear it at the next player action? Because this happens, right? This is called 60 times a second. So we don't want to just burst through all the messages 60 times a second. So maybe what we need to do is have a special popper. Pub fun current self. Turns an option string. Self message. Is there a peak front as well as a pop front? I just want to do that so I can get this to do the thing. Here we go. Back mute, pop front, pop back, push front, push back. Swap remove front, swap remove. Okay, I'm not finding it this way. Let's look at it. Let's find it the right way. Rust back deck. I'm just looking to see, is there a peak front? There's a front. There is a front. So I could just provide it provides a reference to the front element or none if the DQ is empty. Okay. So I can just say self-message front. And then this, oops, not there, but in game state, instead of get resource mute, we can just say get resource messages unwrap current. And that'll print the current message. And then we have to have some code that will expected struct string but found ampersand string. I guess we can return a reference, right? Yeah. Get next is not used, but we're going to change it to the word advance. And it's not going to return anything. It's just going to pop. And that'll happen when the player performs an action. Right? Okay, so now we go back here, hit enter, and there's welcome. Right? And that's going to stay there forever, but it's showing up. That's the important thing, is that it's showing up. So the next thing to do is figure out when to advance it, which is going to be somewhere here. Maybe in clear screen we can advance. Like that. Messages.advance. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Refresh. Welcome. Now if I go down, yeah, it disappears. And if I attack this guy, it does not show up. It was supposed to show up right here. And that's only supposed to happen if the player performs an action. So what should have happened was it would have cleared the screen, right? I hit an action, it cleared the screen, it advanced. Oh, maybe clear screen happens too late in the process. Now here's combat. So we can actually check this, right? We can say, because here's the code that says whether or not we should run the systems. And that's only true briefly for one tick. So can we use that? Maybe we can use that. Let's try it. What does run systems get initialized to? It's initialized to true. So it'll run the systems the first time through. All right, so if we display the message and then if the run systems is set, then we can say pop, and then run systems will get reset to false whenever we hit the clear run flag, which is the last thing that happens. Okay, so that might work. So over here, you do want to say get resource mute. And get the current one. We can say if run systems. That's the only place that that exists. If self ECS get resource run systems unwrap run systems is equal, oh, that's all we need to do. Then we say, oh, we have to get this, okay, separately. That's mutable messages, so we can say current like that. If that's true, then we say messages.advance. So the next time we come through, oh, yeah, maybe that'll work. Oh, now we have a mutable versus immutable borrow. Dang it. So we're going to have to say, save this somewhere else. Let rs equals this. If rs advance. Oh, yep, you. Okay. There we go. It'd be great to have this working. So I'm going to go up one to avoid hitting the rat. Okay, now it disappears. Now I'm going to try hitting the rat. It did not show me a message. Let's console log this out. Oh, I don't want to do it every frame. Console log advancing messages. Okay. So we can see when it advances it. And it should advance it every time the player does something, right? Here's the welcome. Oh, interesting. I would have thought that that would... Oh, if there's a current message, then it does it. There is no current message. So there isn't a current message. So are we not... And what was that in? Is that in keyboard? Yeah, messages add. Okay. Bracket lib console log adding message. Message to string. And then this should be advancing like that. Okay. Now what? Could not find console log in bracket lib? Really? Oh, prelude. There we go. So we should see it saying adding, it says message advance. Okay, that's fair. Adding the welcome. If I attack the rat, oh, there it is, attempting to attack 8v0. Oh, and then now we need a message about you killed the rat or something. So we're getting closer. I don't know what changed between. Oops. Let's go to the keyboard and change this message. Do we have the mob's name, the target's name somewhere? What is this? That's an entity. Okay, so I have to look up how I can determine what the entity's name is, because right now we just have the entity ID target. Okay, so I can just say you attack here, right? That should work. And then in damage systems, sorry, in the combat, this is where we determine whether or not okay, so we query the entity and the stats. We also need the name, right? And I think we have a name component. Oh, we do not have a name component. Okay, so we got to add that, but that'll be next. So we can at least put this in our messages, right? Mute messages is a res mute messages. And we can just say message add this thing here. You attack, oops. You attack for this many points, right? Okay. And then I can just say here, messages add, you killed it. Oh, great. Oh, and now we don't need the bracket lib in this. Right, okay. All right. Let's see what we see. Welcome. Okay, so now let's see if we can kill a rat and see a message come out. You attack for 1 point. Okay, we can fix that too. You attack for 1 point. You attack for 1 point. Oops. You killed it. Okay, so the other, oh, I shouldn't have this scrolling, right? So the next message had to come out. So there should be, okay, so the next thing to add is the ability to scroll through. If you have multiple messages, you have to be able to see them, or at least have it have like a more. This says you attack. You attacked for 1 point. You killed it. That was weird. Why did it say you attack? Oh, that's here. So we can get rid of those. And then in combat, it should say you hit. Right? Now I'm just being nitpicky because there's a lot more work to do. We don't need in messages now. We don't need this thing. And we don't need this thing. Okay. Let's see. There's the welcome message. Let's go find a rat and kill it. You hit the rat for 1 point. You attack. Okay, that was the second message. Right? You killed it. Okay. So it's still a little wonky, but we have the beginnings of a message system.